Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to this month's Lunchtime Learning, this Cooking with Coach Kels. Today, I actually found a recipe. We're just going to get right into it because it's so simple to bake than it does to prep. So I figure we'll dive right into it, get it in the oven, and then we can chat about where I found the recipe, where you can find recipes for this. I don't know, a little more stuff we can talk about this Friday. So I am making a Spelt apple banana muffin. So I cut all my apples up already. So for this recipe, I all my wet ingredients and then your cut up apples that I have over here. Like I said, this takes less time to prep than it does to cook, so we're gonna just dive right in. I mashed up some bananas, and this also has almond milk and melted coconut oil in it per the recipe. So that's separated, that's over here. And here we have the spelt flour, we have coconut sugar, and baking powder, and cinnamon. That's all I've added to the dry ingredients, so dry and wet. So now we're going to combine the dry and wet, add the apples, and then put it into our muffin pan, put it in the oven for like 25 minutes, which is why I was like, at this point, let me just dive right in and we can chat while it's baking. We're just going to drop my wet ingredients into my dry and then fold it in. I should probably use something better to fold this with. Actually, alright, so I'll fold this in just so that all the ingredients mix. Like I said, once we get this in the oven, I will pull my phone out and show you guys where in the app you can find this recipe and all the other recipes. You get 2 monthly recipe packs if you are a member in our app. And every month, 2 of them will arrive on the 1st, and you get to keep all the ones from the months prior. I like to use it as kind of like a grocery guide. I kind of go through it when I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my meal prep that week. I'll pick a couple meals, and then I can just kind of screenshot it, bring it to the grocery store with me after the gym, and pick everything up. Like I was saying earlier, Fridays are kind of my days to do all my chores. That includes starting the washer before I go live, and also grabbing my groceries and planning my meal preps for the week. So now that this is all mixed, it's a nice thick dough. I'm going to take about half of the apples. So these are 2 apples. I didn't really separate them, but they're just cubed. So we're just going to toss a couple to be in. I'm just going to leave what I think is another apple to put on top. So we'll fold all those apples in. This is kind of like an arm workout. I wasn't expecting it to be this thick. But I guess there really wasn't that many wet ingredients, so. Alright. Now that we are thoroughly mixed in, we're just going to evenly distribute it into this muffin pan. Again, this is why I dirty so many utensils too while I'm doing this stuff, because I don't ever pick the right one. We're going to just grab a spoon. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see if I can use both. Help me out a little here. Alright. This might make more than 12. God, there's so many apples in there. Oh, oops. I don't know how much these are going to rise. Like I said, there's really only baking soda in it, so. Oh, so good. It almost tastes like apple pie. Not apple, well, yeah, apple pie. But I was thinking more pumpkin bread. Banana bread, actually. Banana bread is what my brain was thinking. It says to let these bake for 25 minutes or until they're brown and cooked all the way through. Which you can do with the, what's it called? The toothpick test, where you put a toothpick in there and make sure it comes out clean. I think I have just enough. I might have to separate a few of these bigger guys that I was playing around with. one. One more. I'm just gonna take some of that. I know y'all just saw me lick my finger and now I'm playing with the food, but it's my food, okay? And if anyone's gonna want to eat food that I made, there might be just a little bit of me in there, okay? I'm very sorry. I'll wash my hands. Because now that I said that out loud, I'm sorry. Alright. Clean hands. Now we're going to take what's left of these apples and just prop them on top. It's like literally like a baked apple crisp. Wow, the perfect amount. Oh, for the dogs. They're not in here. They're outside. They really... I don't want to say that it's cold in Florida, but it's colder than it normally is, and they really like being outside during this weather. So, they can hang out as long as they'd like. I'm going to pop this in the oven, 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. I've already got it preheated. We've been waiting for you guys. Alright, and we will put this timer on. I'm going to put it at 25, and I'm just going to check it at 20 because it said 20 to 25 minutes. Hey, how are you guys? Like I said, super simple recipe. I think, like I said, the longest part of it is going to be baking it. But in terms of prepping... Hello, everybody. Sorry, I was turning my chat on, too. But in terms of prepping, I literally mashed a banana, added the milk and oil to it, and then, like I said, put all my dry ingredients in one thing. It was super simple to prep, and now we just wait. While we're waiting, let me hop on my phone and show y'all how you can get to these recipes yourself. So if you are a member, you have our app. Mine's right here. Ooh, every time. There we go. Problem is, I can't see it when it's this dark, but there we go. That's my app. So I'll click the app. Okay, and now you come to your main screen. Your main screen is going to tell you if you still have a check-in you need to complete, which I do because it's the end of my week. If you have a new program you started, which I do solely because I'm creating programs, so I send them to myself so that I could also do them, so that I know that they are like good enough for y'all. So I do have a new program assigned, but I am still in the middle of my 12-week program. That is a strength building program. And then if you have any chats or anything, it'll pop up here. So these are like your notifications. So if you have any notifications, you can click that, check that out. It'll also tell me what I'm scheduled to work out today, so that's my workout, and then some of my daily habits that I'll check off as I complete them throughout the day. And that's just your home screen. So on your home screen, you'll see down in this corner, there's a little menu button, so you'll click that. And then you have all of these different categories. We're going to go to Files. So you scroll down till you see Files, and then you'll click Files. And like I said, in your Files is where you're going to have access to any and all of the documents that we send you, whether that's the PDF workout, PDF explanation on nutrition or cardiovascular, your terms of use, your nutrition handbook, your training lifestyle book. And then on top of that, it's also where you're going to find all your recipe packs. So again, because I'm constantly building these things, I kind of have to dig a little more for mine. Yours should be right up at the top. Everything new should be right up at the top because it kind of goes in like consecutive order. So you can scroll through. You also have, if you've been a member for a while, you'll have recipe packs for months prior to. But right now we're looking for recipe packs. I'll just type it in. Recipe pack. And we are in November. So you have and I've been a member for a while, so I've got last year's too. But you'll see plant-based pack and then the recipe pack. So the plant-based pack is obviously a recipe pack full of plant-based recipes, and then the regular recipe pack is going to be omnivorous, so there'll be some meats and some eggs and things like that in there. So I'm going to click the November 2025 recipe pack just to show you. So it'll come up like this. You'll see in the top corner there's 3 little dots. Click those, click download, and it'll download right to your phone. And then from here, I like to do this, like I said, my Friday is kind of my day to like plan for my week ahead. So I'll download this onto my phone, I'll scroll through, and you can see there's a table of contents. There's even a sample like weekly meal plan, so you don't even have to think if you don't want to and you just want to base it all off of this. There's a weekly shopping list. So again, if you don't even want to make your own grocery list and you just want to go based on this recipe pack, you can. And because you get one monthly, you're still going to get variety. So even if you eat the same thing for 30 days, next month you'll have a whole new pack. So if you wanted to just strictly go by our recipe packs, you could do your whole nutrition plan based on that. It has macros and everything included in it. It'll give you like kind of your pantry staples, so like anything that you should have on hand. Like this month on hand, it was pretty much discussing different types of oils you can cook with. But yeah, you'll go through and there's like a sweet berry cheese bowl and all of these fun recipes. So what I do is on Friday, I scroll through, let's say we're going to do the herbed egg toast. So I pick a recipe that I like and I'll screenshot it. And this is what I'm screenshotting. So it has all of the ingredients you'll need, and then down here it has all of your macros. So it's easy to track because I can put all that right into the app, into my tracking for my nutrition. And it's easy to use, and it's easy to just go and shop and do what you got to do with it. So that's how you get into there. Beyond that, I don't know how much people really play around in our app, because there is a lot going on. Like I was saying, if you just go back to your home page or your hub, you can see that you can start a workout right from there. You can take your progress photos right from there. For me, we can book an event. So if we have any of our group coaching sessions, if there's any virtual events that we're doing, or even in-person events that we're doing, it'll be on that calendar. So you can click book an event and it'll show you right on that calendar. Today we have our cooking and all the other events that are going on. On there you can sign up. There's also links. So let's say for this, for example, like if you were looking to get onto this, it'll tell you exactly where to go and what we're doing. And you can book the event if you scroll all the way down. Book event. So that's another fun feature. I don't know if you've seen the habits feature, but the habits feature is really cool too. Like I said, I'll go through daily and kind of just check off my habits. You can kind of like speak with your coach about changing what you want your habits to be. Like for instance, I have choose whole unprocessed options like lean proteins and fruits and vegetables. Create and track your monthly budget and expenses, which is another thing I'm trying to do because I'm trying to save some money. Drinking water before each meal. Establishing and sticking to a consistent bedtime and like nighttime routine. Journaling and reading. Mindfulness. Meal planning. And scheduling like social outings. At least like I try to do something once a week. And then treating myself to just doing something for me. So those are kind of like they're more like a weekly habit thing for me versus like an everyday thing. Every day I do have some habits that I like to make sure I get done, but like I said, Friday's my day for meal planning. And even on there you can make it so that it works for me where I can kind of just schedule like, oh, all of my habits have been completed this week. Great. I did all the things that I wanted to accomplish. And it kind of is like a goal setting, to-do list kind of vibe, but I think my dogs are ready to come in now. Hello, everybody. Okay. So these bad boys still have another 17 minutes. Poke my head in. Oh, they look good. I can usually tell if I've messed up a recipe by now, and right now it's looking pretty good. So I'm also like an avid cleaner while I cook. It's hard to do when you're live because like obviously people don't want to. There's a fly in here. People don't want to just watch me do dishes, but it's a struggle to look at my kitchen right now. Anywho, is anybody else participating in our habits? We do have our contest going on now. I'm actually going to jump on and see what today's is. Again, if you're here, you're in our group. And if you're in our group, you will see that we've been posting our gratitude challenge over the last 6 days. Should be day 6 today. Oh no, why can't I get on there? There we go. Oh hi, I can see myself on my phone. That's funny. Scroll through. So yeah, we have the tic-tac-toe, align your workday, humanizing your work, the gratitude quest money mindset map, a lot of bonuses on there too. So honestly, like, even it started with our day one with the health bar check-in, and honestly, even if you haven't done it since day one, you can go on our Facebook and just go straight to day one, start from day one, and work your way to where we're at now. It's a really cool contest. I enjoy doing it because it helps me like kind of reflect on my year and reflect on whether or not I've met those goals that I set for myself 12 months ago. And then also helping me create kind of that like work-life balance, especially with the last one we did where we're trying to find ways to humanize work and make it less like a chore, like something I have to do. But yeah, day two we did the mind realm mapping, which I really enjoy just because I have so many thoughts and so many ideas in my head, and this really helped me with, it was almost like a fun like journaling activity to write down all the 10 things that just have my interest and kind of narrow it down to what it is exactly that I can focus on or want to be focusing on that is achievable but also like beyond what I'm doing now. So that was a really cool one too. And like I said, even if you haven't started from day one, you can go all the way back on our Facebook and start from day one and just work your way back up. And like I said, there's also a bunch of bonuses in there too, just to kind of help you delve in a little deeper. The vacation tic-tac-toe align your workday was pretty fun too. Just because I'm always avoiding small tasks that I need to complete. But it's essentially, like I said, like these little worksheets. They're not little, they're very impactful, but these worksheets that you can screenshot or you can just kind of do on your own in your own journal and kind of just give you a little more insight into yourself and what you're trying to do. And I wanted to mention that too because I've had a really good time watching everybody complete those, and I really want to encourage more people to try it out because, like I said, even if you didn't start from day one, you can still go back and do it, and it's just a really good idea, especially if you're a client of ours or of myself. Play in! Get on there! But if you complete some of these, it'll help a lot in just kind of getting to where you're at with your goals and where you want to be with your goals, and also helping you dwindle down all those thoughts in your mind where it makes it seem like it's almost impossible to reach all these goals. So it kind of helps you like break it down into more, all of those thoughts in your head into more edible bites so that you can kind of achieve something or be proud of or reflect on some of the things that you did achieve this year. So I think it's a great challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing how everybody continues to participate for the rest of the week. And there is like no single winner. I mean, anybody who completes all of them is a winner. So anybody can get on there and do it. Like I said, there's no individual person that's going to be winning at the end of this. It's anybody who participates, especially if you participate all 7 days. Oh, I did a random squirrel thought, but I do have some new products that I was trying I wanted to show you guys because I know I've been talking briefly on these meals about how a big part of why I've been messing around with my diet and playing around with my diet has a lot to do with my skin and my hormonal health, because a big goal of mine this year was to clear my skin naturally without having to take any kind of like medication or putting so much topical on my face. Also, gain big guns, we got that, and also fixing my hormonal health. I want to poop out some babies, so we got to get the guts right. But in this whole journey of doing that, because I was vegan for so long, I never really explored into a lot of different God, why am I blanking? Supplements that, you know, could help me because they weren't vegan. So, for example, collagen. Collagen is not vegan. There are collagen boosters that are vegan, but there is no collagen that's vegan because, I mean, even this is bovine. So, this is the collagen that I'm trying. I really, really like this brand. Primal Kitchen. I use a lot of their condiments because condiments, if you didn't know, some of them are just filled with like soy and sugar and, you know, the poisons, the dyes, all of the things. I don't know what to do with this fly. He just won't go away. probably because of all of my dishes. It's probably not. I'm going to use that as an excuse because I'm still staring at them. Anyway, like I was saying, Primal Kitchen is a really good brand. You can get it at your grocery stores. You can order a bunch of other stuff online. Like, I've never seen this at a grocery store, but when I was looking into it online, as you guys know, I try to find a lot of Whole Foods. I try to find ingredients that I actually know what the heck they are. So when I saw this brand online, when I was looking into finding a healthy collagen that was kind of clean, I got really excited, and I looked into their ingredients, and as you can see, very simple, very basic, very transparent ingredients. So I figured I'd give it a try, and it's a creamer too, so I've been adding it to, right now I'm doing a mushroom coffee. It still does have espresso in it, but it also has a ton of, like, this one has reishi, limeade, Himalayan salt, chaga, mushroom, and this will have stevia extract in it too, so it does have an added sugar, but it's stevia. So that's actually what I'm drinking right now. It's been my morning coffee, to see if that helps at all. It's only been about a week, but I can already kind of feel a difference in my skin. Can't really see it so much, but I can definitely feel a difference. And then on top of that, I also started taking creatine, which in and of itself, I don't believe has animal byproducts in it, but it's something that I've been avoiding for a long time, mainly because I just didn't know enough about it. Again, this is something that I had bought online, and it's really cool too because you can scan it, get all the ingredients. Yeah, so the only thing in this is the creatine monohydrate, which is another reason why I wanted to try this brand, because it was just what I was looking for. This is the Rise. Again, a big part of why I was avoiding it was because for so long, being a vegan, I wasn't hitting my macros or my calorie intake at all. And this is meant to be kind of like, instead of a supplement, like if you're having a protein shake as a supplement, you're supplementing that, like you're supplementing a meal or supplementing the protein you didn't get from a meal, or sometimes you're just using it for recovery, etc. But this is more of like an extension. So it's supposed to assist, and once you already are hitting those macros and you're already, hitting the gym and doing the things. So for the past year, maybe, as I've been transitioning into like eating more meat and diving into more animal-based products, I wanted to give it a try. Again, I've been doing a lot of research. I talk a lot with Coach Brenna about it, and I was kind of holding off until I started tracking, because again, tracking was something I wasn't doing for a little bit till I did. A lot of that being because I was just trying to see the difference between my vegan days and my non-vegan days, to see kind of like what that difference was going to look like for me when I did stop being a vegan, if I was going to gain weight, if I was going to need to change, some of the things that I ate or consumed. I will say, dairy still kind of messes with me a little bit. That's another reason I really liked this, because this is dairy-free. It's not vegan, but it's dairy-free. So dairy really messes with me still sometimes. But other than that, eating eggs, chicken, I don't cook a lot of meats because I don't, it's not that I don't know how, and I could definitely learn, but I'm still kind of like learning all the culinary behind like what you eat with what. Like Brenna will cook me some good meals. Her husband cooks me some great food too, whether he knows it or not, if I'm just going over there and stealing their meal preps. But they both have cooked some great meals for me, being beef, or I think that they did pig or ribs once too that were really good. And then of course my boyfriend loves to cook steaks or whatever it is that I've never tried before. He's always down to make me something. So I've been trying different things to see, what goes well with my stomach and my gut, what's helping me hit my macros. And in all of that exploring and in tracking all of that exploring, I've been able to notice, patterns and what works for me and what doesn't. So if I track for a whole week, and in that week I only ate chicken and sweet potatoes and broccoli, I'm usually feeling a lot lighter, looking a lot lighter, my skin's pretty clear. But if I start doing, like we really like to do mac and cheese will make me break out, but it's delicious. So it's not like a meal that I can eat every day, excuse me, or meal prep into my everyday meals, but it is something I could do like on a weekend and just like enjoy a meal. So again, finding that balance within your relationship with food, tracking it's a big help, because it kind of just like plays it out for you. And then again, I have something to reference when I do go to try and add new supplements or add new enhancements to my regular stack, because then I can actually see, I did eat 1,800 calories today. I got 150 to 200 grams of protein in today. Like, yeah. Oh, and the other thing I learned too that was pretty cool, um, usually eating like a higher carb, healthy fat, high protein too, but higher carb meals will help you. It's not even so much that it digests, but like absorb the creatine better. So I have also fasted every workout I've done for years. I don't know. Sometimes I'll eat before a workout, but it has to be like an hour before, mainly because if I eat too much, I don't want to do shit, which is again something else I had to learn. But when it came to fasted workouts, I'd be in the middle of my workout and I'd be tired. And obviously, I don't want to drink creatine on a fat. Well, there's nothing necessarily wrong with drinking it on a fasted workout. Obviously, unless you're going to need to eat something afterwards to help it absorb. But because I would go to the gym without eating anything, and then I'm going straight to work without eating anything, and then I'm probably eating my first meal at noon, it wasn't really ideal for me to be taking creatine for my workout, pre or post. But now, because I've done some research, have a better understanding, and I've been tracking my food and kind of like tracking my body's reaction to what I've been eating, I've noticed like I can do a hard-boiled egg or some toast with some peanut butter. Sometimes even just a banana is enough. I wake up, I have a cup of water, and I eat I'll eat the egg or the banana toast or just banana. And then I gather all the rest of my stuff and get ready and take care of all the animals, and that gives me enough time to digest and also prep my creatine and my pre-workout. And then I'm feeling great, and I don't feel like I'm sluggish, and I don't feel like I'm going to have a bad workout because I ate or anything like that. So, again, it's really just a matter of listening to your body is very important, but you have to actually understand what your body is doing and understand the patterns too. So that's why I always recommend tracking before adding or subtracting anything from your diet, just so that you have a better idea of kind of what your baseline is and what you're already looking at. And again, it helps you realize those patterns. Like, well, you're gonna have to be honest, but you have to be honest about what you're tracking too. So Halloween, we had staff members with kids bringing in candy that they didn't want their kids eating, or bringing in extra stuff or whatever. So who ate them? This girl. I did. A bunch of it. Not just me, but a ton of us ate a bunch of candies, munchkins, whatever they were bringing in. And I noticed that week that my workouts weren't great, my sleep schedule wasn't great, and I was breaking out because chocolate. But the main thing I noticed is my sleep schedule when I'm eating crap like that isn't good. And then also my skin, I don't enjoy that either. But the overall sluggishness and just like weighted that you feel from eating it, and it's not a feeling of guilt for eating it, because I didn't feel bad eating any of that candy. I still don't. And I don't even regret the pimples that I got from it, because it was delicious and it was a rough week. If you work in vet medicine, you know sometimes you just need a little sweet treat. But it's more or less, again, just the understanding of that pattern and the anticipation of what you're going to get. Maybe don't eat 16 Snickers, like maybe just eat 1 or 2, but that's the balance, and those are the patterns that you learn as you delve deeper into your nutrition. Like I was saying, one of my big habits I'm trying to gain this year, or have been trying to gain for a while, is more whole foods. So kind of avoiding a lot of the processed stuff. Even if it's not super processed, I kind of just avoid those center aisles of the grocery store altogether, unless we're like baking or cooking something. But yeah, just trying to find healthier outlets to get certain vitamins and minerals that your body needs, and then supplementing what you can. So again, being vegan for years, I kind of brushed away a lot of the things that I knew could help. I know collagen can help with your skin. I never had an issue with my hair or my nails. Everything's always grown very well. But my skin has always been very textured, and I've been working a lot, especially since I have such a high hormonal imbalance, in trying to balance both my outer appearance with my inner health. Again, trying to clear my skin, maybe poop out some babies, so gotta get all that feeling right. Oof, they did rise a little, but they look good. So I'm at about 2 minutes left. So let's try the toothpick test. And there's no way I'm going to be able to eat these right now because they're super hot. But I can at least show you the finished product. And if you follow me on social media, or Coach Brenna on social media, or even if you're just in this group, you will see that I always post the final product and a taste test after, especially if my videos end up going on too long, like it's 11:30. That's clean. So these are done. I get a big boy just to check. Oh yeah, so those are done. So the only other thing I'm going to do to this, and this is just a personal preference. It does say to let these chill before trying to take them out, which for all I was planning to. But I also have, here, I'll show you how great they look. Oh, they're still applying here. I don't want to spill all my stuff over. Anyway, this is how they look. I'm not going to touch them because they're hot as heck. But I'm also going to add some of this sugar on top. I don't know if you guys like muffins with that crystallized sugar, but I do. So we're going to just add a little more. Ooh, that was a big chunk. Probably should have done this while it was still baking a little so it could stick, but it's okay. It's hot enough. Voila. And those are Spelt apple and banana muffins. Banana apple muffins? Muffins that have bananas and apples in them. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you try this recipe, let me know. If you check out our recipe packs and you try a different recipe, let me know. So that's it for today. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.